In anticipation for the 7th anniversary this May, we are planning a large-scale version update schedule with updates beginning in May. We spoke about Dragon Ball Legends 2 earlier this month, and there's more updates coming around that topic. Dragon Ball Legends are looking to come big this year, and they released another newsletter which is looking to be very valuable. I'm gonna go through all the major points. I'm not gonna read everything, but I'm gonna give you all the key factors for what you need to know, and then going forward into the video, I will give you my thoughts on whether I think there are good things or bad things in this newsletter. But I will tell you straight up, overall, this is very good for the game. So we're getting into the main updates here. Changes due to planned May versions updates. At the start of the newsletter, they've written what I read at the start of this video. In anticipation of Legends 7th anniversary this May, we are planning a large-scale version update schedule with updates beginning in May. So they're going to start in May. And if you guys don't know, the anniversary starts at the end of May. So it goes forward through June, July, and ends in August. So expect updates as soon as we hit May, going forward all the way through to the end of the year probably. One of the biggest things for these updates and the rest of the year going down is that there's going to be higher requirements for the device you're playing Dragon Ball Legends on. So they tell you about the OS updates, which is Androids, and iOS upgrades, which is Apple phones, and you're just going to need a lot more. So the base for an Android phone will be Android 10.0 or higher. I think you can check that in the settings, but I don't have an Android phone. And the memory required will be 4.0 gigabyte of RAM. And just note that the memory required, so when I said the 4.0 gigabyte of RAM or more, that is not the storage. So you might want to look that up if you want more information. RAM is basically based on performance. Well, performance in regards to how fast it can process tasks. And then for iPhones, it's the same thing, 4.0 gigabyte of RAM or more. I imagine most of you will be all right, but I can't assume that. I just don't know what phones you guys have. So hopefully you guys will still be able to play with the phones that you have currently. They do this every single year, but they're making another overhaul in the in-game user interface. So this is just how the game looks in general. In this upcoming large-scale update, we will be overhauling the UI on a scale that sets it apart from previous updates. The update simplifies access to tons of content, which we've been expanding since the game's initial release. Like I said, they do this every single year. So similar to how we have the PvP screen that's updated all the time, we've had the character selection screen where you go to the party formation and stuff. That's changed a lot. We're going to see more changes for things like that, which makes the whole game just a better experience, which is obviously just a good thing. There's no negatives to that. Now here's something really big, and it shocked a lot of people, but honestly it's a W. Simplifying character upgrades. The Soul Boost system will be removed to help streamline the character upgrade process and improve playability. The stat boost and abilities added via soul boosting will now be gained as a character levels up. For Zenkai Awakening, you will only need to obtain Awakening Z power in order to gain the benefits of your character's Awakening rank. Now this is big. For the guys that be trying to get Zenkai souls, you don't have to worry anymore. All you need now is just the Zenkai Awakening souls and the leveling up process, and you will get all the benefits that come with soul boosting. So if you want the unique ability 3 and 4, it would be Zenkai 3 and 6. Well, now you only need to get to Zenkai 3 and you immediately get that unique ability. So now you don't have to go through that whole process of soul boosting, for remembering to soul boost. It's all just gonna be done automatically, and that is amazing. It also says here, character parameters and abilities will remain unchanged. Souls will be revised to coincide with the removal of soul boosting. The existing Rising Souls, Super Souls, and Zenkai Souls used for soul boosting will be removed and replaced with new souls. So considering they're focusing on the leveling up process, they're gonna substitute it. Don't know how it's gonna look yet, but we have an understanding that things are gonna be smoother when it comes to upgrading your characters. They give more details of the changes. So it says new souls for equipment upgrades and arts boosting will be added. Costs for equipment upgrades and arts boosting will also be adjusted. Bonus battle stages for the existing souls will be replaced with stages that award the new souls. Relevant main story rewards will be replaced with the new souls. Event story rewards excluding bonus battles will no longer drop the existing souls. Relevant mission rewards will be replaced with the new souls. Souls currently in your possession may be exchanged at the recycle center for the new souls. So essentially, for the new system in place, all the old ones are going to be thrown out. They're not going to be deleted from your inventory. You can go to the recycle shop, similar to how when they got rid of energy energy tickets. Some of you guys won't remember that because it's just the tank now, but they used to have these tickets where you can use them to use your energy on a day-to-day. Those got out the way and they made it just an energy tank, but now they're going to do the same thing with the souls. So the souls are just going to become an exchangeable resource for the new souls that will be coming in. And for the chrono crystal grinders, the relevant missions, here's a list of them. These ones you must claim them. I always advise people not to claim their Z missions because they don't expire, but these ones here will be removed. If you haven't played them, go ahead and do them. I believe you can get up to 200,000 worth of soul boost panels worth in the missions, and those missions give you a bunch of chrono crystals. I believe it's for every 100 you get 10 chrono crystals, and bear in mind that for every character it's about 400 boost panels that you can do. Heroes, Sparkings, EXs and Ultras. That's a lot of boost panels and a lot of chrono crystals, so you might as well use all your souls, get all the chrono crystals you have. Most people, if you're an end game player, you probably already maxed this out, but for you new players, take advantage of soul boosting before it disappears. This is a missing opportunity here for chrono crystals. Take it while you have it. Now, based on the previous, I don't need to elaborate on this too much, but there's a lot of segments in the game that give you souls, and because of that, they're just going to get removed. So it says, after careful consideration of in-game demand and removal of soul boosting, the following job requests will no longer be available. Then it just mentions the job requests regarding Rising Souls, Super Souls, Zenkai Souls, but they also included the Zenny one. So I imagine there will be adjustments for spending Zenny. Zenny is going to be more valuable anyways for just equipments, but it won't be used as much for soul boosting and things like that. And then it gives you a list of the following content that is also affected as a result of those things being removed. So some of those events would give you drops that are Rising Souls, Zenny, etc., and those things would be affected as a result. They're gonna have to adjust the rewards that you get in total. This one's nice. Selectable login bonus changes. It's not major, but it's gonna help. You know how usually when you log in, you press the chrono crystal because everybody has a brain and is going to press the chrono crystals because they want chrono crystals. You would get it the next day, so you're choosing your login bonus for the next day. I don't know if you guys noticed that. So if you got chrono crystals today, that's because you chose it yesterday. They've changed it so that now you will get the chrono crystals on the same day, so you're choosing for that day. And I don't know if this is a good thing because you won't be able to change what you get. It says here, the selectable login bonus that granted your chosen item on the following day will be changed to a fixed login bonus that gives you chrono crystals on the same day. Users with the Legends Pass can receive additional items along with regular daily login bonuses. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but if you go to the status, you can actually change your login bonus for that day regarding the next day when you're going to receive it. But with this, I imagine you won't be able to change it anymore, because if I get chrono crystals instantly when I pick my daily login bonus, are they going to subtract my chrono crystals if I change it? Or what if I spend it? So I imagine you won't be able to change your daily login bonus. I don't think anybody done that, but I'm just putting that out there. I don't necessarily think this is a positive. There's more negatives that come out of it just off the fact that I might want to change, but I don't think most people change anyways. Only a daily login bonus, or maybe somebody will be complaining, you know. Raid event reward adjustments. Now, raid is something they're implementing heavy to make it so that we get more chrono crystals, get more resources, but they're making it so that it's sped up just a tiny bit. It says here, raid event damage rewards will be removed to help speed up the screen transaction times. We plan to increase rewards elsewhere to make up for the lost damage reward. Now, this is just that thing where the total damage thing, it pauses your screen for a second and it tells you, oh, this much damage has been dealt. Yeah, I don't really want to see that. Just give me the rewards, you know. Small, minor thing, but it's helpful. And here are some extra things just to close out the newsletter. Some mission changes, so some requirements and rewards for beginner missions and go for it intermediate missions will change. Other changes, requirements to unlock certain events and content will be changed, will not affect events or content that have already been unlocked, and removal of bonus battle EXP. I imagine that's because they're removing the souls, so they want to make it slightly bit more difficult to level up characters because you get everything from leveling up characters. And closing out, in addition to those announced in this notice, we also have other adjustments and changes planned for May updates. There's plenty more coming as part of this ongoing massive version update plan beyond May, and it's sure to be exciting, so be sure to keep an eye out. The Legends team will continue to work hard at creating a fun and exciting game, providing you with the best experience possible. We hope you continue to enjoy Dragon Ball Legends. I love it when they write that, it's funny. Dragon Ball Legends team. Now, I know at the start of the video I said I was going to list some positives and negatives, and I kind of did that as I was going through it, responding to the things I was reading for you guys. But in reality, this is all just good news. The only thing I could nitpick, there's two things actually, and one of them's not a nitpick. For the devices, which is kind of unavoidable, if they want to make the game bigger, you're going to need better devices. But I know it's a shame for some people that just have older phones. They might not be able to afford better phones, so they might not be able to play anymore just because of that. So they're now going to have to save up just to play the hit mobile game Dragon Ball Legends, getting a new phone. I'm not going to say it's ridiculous, because at the end of the day, if they want to make the game better, it's going to require more processing power. But it's just unfortunate for those that have worse phones and can't necessarily afford a better phone. And the second thing would be the daily login thing. As long as I can change my option, I had the liking to changing my option, but it's a real nitpick, this one. If I can still do that, it's fine. But if I'm getting the reward same day, it kind of makes me feel like, can I change it or not? We just don't know. For the rest of it, it feels like it's going to be really smooth, and it's all about making the playability of the game better. I don't even know if that's a word. Does that make sense? Essentially, they're doing good things. That's as simple as I can put it, and I don't think anything else was bad. It was straight good news. If the game's going to be simpler to play, every Dragon Ball fan has to think less, and overall, everyone's smiling because of that. A lot of you guys already don't like to read. That's why you're listening to me speak. So at the end of the day, if you have to do less processing when you're playing this game, you're going to be happy and smiley. But that's all I've got to say for this video, honestly. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. Me, overall, I'm happy about it. I can't complain. I already said it's good news. If I have to think less, that's great. If the game runs smoother, that's amazing. I hope the UI is nice though. Every time they update the UI, everyone's like, oh, do you like this? Do you dislike this? You're gonna get used to it anyways, but at least if I'm gonna get used to it, I want it to be nice. Do you know what I mean? But hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you haven't already, make sure to press the subscribe button. We're on this grind to 200,000 subscribers. I appreciate you guys for watching, man. My name's Zakashi, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one, man.